Yo, what's happening right now? This is the Mac&DRE show. I'm Andre Lamont. This is Mac Julian.
Mac Julian.
We are sponsored by Jack Daniels Honey. No, not really. Just playing. We've been drinking that. Having a good time. No, not sponsored by them. But you know what? We are on an emotional high and an emotional low. I'm on the low, Mac's on the high. For me on my low, Kawhi just blasted my Lakers. Not that I'm a Laker fan because I'm an East Coast guy, but I'm a LeBron fan. I was wanting Kawhi to go over there and them dominate and let LeBron get his next 3 championships, match up to Jordan. He'll never beat Jordan, but he's just as goddamn close as you ever gonna fucking get. I promise you that. LeBron is the greatest player you ever saw in your life. Until you saw Michael Jordan, but then, you know, it's different. The game is different. But Kawhi has orchestrated a trade with him and Paul George to the Clippers. And they're making Russell Westbrook look like some fucking maniac that nobody wants to play with. And that is the reality of the shit. So, yeah, like everybody else, I am flabbergasted. But these millennials, you never know what they'll do. Mac?
I don't know what to say behind this. All I want to do is watch some interesting basketball, some competitive basketball. It looks like that's what we're going to have. So it's going to be a fight for the West. It's going to be a fight for the East. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's have some competitive basketball. That's what it look like. Everybody got their own side, so, you know what I'm saying? I think it's good, personally.
But Toronto can't say shit. The man brought you a championship. Y'all got these high-ass taxes. It's cold as a motherfucker up there. Nobody wants to stay up there, especially when you're American. You gotta live in the United States. If you're not living in the United States, you're kind of bugging, because every place is different. I mean, it's cool and it's nice and everything, but it's different from how you came up. So you ain't gonna understand the rules. Like, if somebody do something to you, like we in Atlanta, Georgia. Somebody do something to you that slap you in your faceable, you'll slap that motherfucker in their face. But you might do that shit in another country and be like ASAP Rocky over here in wherever the fuck he at, Sweden or some shit. And they holding this man for 2 weeks, they talking about. When these guys followed them around, kept fucking with them. ASAP was cool, like, hey guys, we don't want no problems with you. They can make all these different stories up. One of the guys hit one of the bodyguards and then threw his headphones, tried to hit him with his headphones and broke his headphones. They got that off of them. They kept moving or whatever. This is like, I don't have the story, correctly. But from what I've been gathering. Then, finally they had enough of them and they roughed them up. You see the footage of them throwing them around, but they wanted them to beat their ass.
They wanted to get their ass whooped.
And now they're keeping him over there. So it's so many goddamn things.
You gotta go to court.
Oh yeah? And they talking about, they only supposed to be able to hold you for 3 days, but they trying to hold them for two weeks while they gathering evidence. And they got all of this footage.
Where is he?
I think it's Sweden.
Because the laws are different, boy.
The laws are different.
You gotta watch that shit.
So like I say, jumping back to the NBA, Kawhi can do what he want, he grown man. I don't appreciate it. I was thinking he was coming to the Lakers. But that wasn't him saying it. It was all of them goddamn ESPN niggas saying that shit. They don't know what the fuck they talking about.
I think he made an interesting decision, man. But he's still in a good play because he over there with Doc Rivers. You know what I'm saying? He don't want a championship. He know what it is.
Paul George.
Eight times. You know what I'm saying? He used to play for the Hawks back in the day. Shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But Paul George.
Yep. So it's interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. I want to see how it look. I want to see how the team fill out.
But see, I think Lakers are still gonna have the advantage, and this is the reason. If you think about LeBron,
what Houston looking like? They still intact or they?
They dead ass same.
They the same team.
Based on what I know, I don't know who they may have gotten. If they got anybody, it wasn't anybody of substance that's going to change anything.
You can't count them out if they the same team. If it's the same people on the team, like, shit, because they went far.
Yeah.
You can't count them out.
They did. You know, but they keep losing right before they supposed to. You know, so nobody really thinking about them. Because the way they play, you play an ISO ball on...
We talking about the championship, though.
Yeah, they can't play no other way. James already got the ball.
They beat like everybody else.
But then they lose in the playoffs, though.
But I'm saying, everybody else got beat. I don't know, man. Maybe they figured it out or shit. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
But look, when have you ever seen LeBron play with a big man like AD? That means when LeBron is moving in and advancing him with that freight train body of his, he gets to dip it off to a lob to AD. He ain't
played with nobody like that.
Ever.
He ain't played with nobody like that except Shaq, but that was like later on in his career. But if he would have played with Shaq was young, boy, them niggas been out the chain. Boy.
Yeah, Shaq did go to Cleveland at some low point.
He played.
But he was old then, and it wasn't the same Shaq.
Yeah, he was further on in his career.
But what is AD? He's like 26 or 25 or something like that.
But that's like how Shaq would have been if he was still that age, like off the chain, boy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm just glad the shit like that.
But that's what we're dealing with right now. And so we're gonna go into this null and void in a minute, where there are no real sports to be talking about, except for golf and tennis. And I don't have any, I didn't really get the story, but it's a young lady named Coco, who is a tennis player, who advanced, I think, into like the final round of whatever tournament they're having right now, but I don't have enough information on her to talk about her. But other than that, this is a time where men, we just don't have what we need. We have no sports. We have to wait on football. We have to wait, on those preseason games. The Falcons, what are they going to be this year? At least that's what it is here in Atlanta. I'm a Falcon fan. I know Mac is a Falcon fan.
Yeah.
And we're going to be waiting to see what we get. But, for a minute, there ain't be no sports to talk about.
Man, there's plenty more shit to talk about, though, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. The world is very big, very bad. And you got a lot of protests around the world. They got protests in Hong Kong. Protests down there every state. Seem like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff going on. It might not be the type of shit that make you feel good, but it's the type of shit that need to wake you up and think about what the fuck going on, like behind the scenes. But make sure that you and your family are safe and goddamn, because everything ain't what it seems to be. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But, so, I'm not really a gun dude. I really don't, because it seemed like if it was there, it would cause more. So do you feel like, you got to get your guns and make sure that you're ready for whatever, that how you feel about it or whatever? I just, not really a gun dude.
Everybody got guns, so you're going to have to be like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the bottom line, because like, unless you a ninja or some shit like that, you're going to have to be like everybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the great equalizer. If he got one and he got one, and then they both of them, somebody ain't going to make it, but you got a 50-50 chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. Then if you got family to protect, you don't want to think about that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just better to have one than not have one when you need one, is what I'm saying. And that, that's your right as being a citizen. You know what I'm saying?
And, and at the same token, a lot of us make it all the way through without ever having one or needing one. And that's the thing.
And that's a blessing.
That's a blessing. Let me go on another note.
Another note.
Hey, this is bad though. It's not like I'm coming from an exciting place, but it's something I've been wanting to talk about. I know a couple of people around my situation, people that I know, that come down with cancer, and that's terrible. They go to the doctor. Man, they walked up in that motherfucker, they was feeling like, okay, I'm scared and all this shit, I'm nervous, you know, like maybe my arm hurt or whatever going on. But other than that, I feel a little fucking okay. If you give me some good news, I can go back to my life. And then they give you the bad news and they start giving you that medicine. And they say, no, you a shell of yourself and you die within a year and a half. Mm-hmm. My thing is, wildest shit not to ever say. I'm not telling people not to go to the doctor. I'm not telling people to not address their shit. But isn't that weird? I might have lived a lot longer if I didn't even go there. I changed my diet. I went vegan. I would start working out and drinking water all the time and cut out everything else. I mean, to me, I'm not saying that doctors are bad or going to the hospital is bad, but a lot of times, and I've seen it a lot in people around me, you go there, you start taking that treatment, your hair fall out. How you gonna make me sick to make me better? It don't add up.
I get what you're saying. Chemotherapy, radiate the cells.
Radiate. I mean,
radiate to kill those cancerous cells. But you know, I just think like as you move on through time, you gotta goddamn go through the cycles. So we done went through this cycle as you got this type of medicine. It ain't even natural what they giving to you. It's all that, chopped up type, pill form. It ain't natural. Gotta go back to nature. We ain't even in harmony with nature. You know what I'm saying? Get your goddamn frequency right. First of all, then go back to nature, because the world is just based on, plants and animals. For every plant, it's a plant for that animal. So you gotta understand, like, it's so many herbs, fruits, vegetables that you can be eating that counteract all the stuff that's going on right now between these synthetic drugs and all that type. I don't want to take them, man. They gonna give me goddamn side effect, diarrhea, side effect, throwing up, side effect, nausea, side effect, nigga got, I gotta go shit all the time, side effect, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what come with taking a lot of drugs now. It's just not one drug that you can take that don't give you a side effect. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take a herb that, bring your blood pressure, where it need to be at. Take a herb to goddamn, stop some more shit over here. Take a herb, cause if you look around, you can find shit like that. So,
but that's the information, learning things, research, reading, things that people tend to gravitate toward to get more information is not being shared as much.